I've been reading through the Bible this year, and lately I was in the book of Psalms. One of my favorite Psalms is 119. You probably thought I would say a different one than 119. Not only is it the longest psalm, but the longest chapter in the Bible. It has 176 verses. It takes a while to read through it, but I love certain verses because they remind me of certain times in my life, and I'd like to share some of them with you. First, there's a question in verse 9. How can a young man keep his way pure? Maybe these days the question may be, how can a young person grow up well? These days, many styles of bringing up children can be found in books, on TV, on the internet. One way may be called free range. Let them make their own decisions. Don't punish them. Be their friend. Another way may be called helicopter parents. That is, watch everything they do and what they watch, who they hang out with. Don't let them play outside. Don't let them try anything that might hurt them. I like to think that the best way may be somewhere in the middle of these. But the rest of verse 9 gives the biblical answer. By living according to your word. Verses 10 and 11 continue with, I seek you with all my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. When I was a teenager, I was tempted in many ways, just like all teens. I know I did some stupid things, but I knew there were some things I stayed away from. I believe that God had his hand on me and kept me from making big mistakes. Even then, I knew parts of God's word, and what was right and what was wrong, what was acceptable and what was not. I believe it has paid off in the rest of my life. On a trip to Guatemala, our team gave Bibles in their own language to the children in an elementary school. This picture shows how much two boys were into God's Word and appreciated their very own Bibles. They didn't even take time to change out of their school clothes. Verses 34 to 37 could be a great prayer. I especially like verses 36 and 37. Turn my heart toward your statutes and not toward selfish gain. Turn my eyes away from worthless things. With so many TV shows, advertisements, Facebook, Instagram, and so on, how can kids growing up not lean toward selfish gain? Sometimes it may seem like a losing battle. But yet I see young people engaged in helping others, giving of themselves to serve, and not always looking out for what they can gain from it. We all need to turn our eyes from worthless things. Turn off the tube. Forget how many likes you get. Get off the couch and give of yourself. The next verse brings back memories of a trip to South India. It gets dark at night, and there are not any lights coming from street lamps, houses, or cars, like here where we live. If the sky is cloud covered, even the stars and the moon are hidden, it is dark. Without a flashlight or some source of light, you could be in trouble. Even on a dark country road here, at home, driving without headlights can be dangerous. Without God's word to guide us, we could also be in trouble. Darkness can be scary. It can also be dangerous. The last verse brings to mind a picture I took when my wife and I spent a short time in Bethany, Delaware. There was a nature preserve near us, so we decided to take a walk. As in this picture, we didn't know where the trail would lead us, so we let the boards lead the way. Verse 133 is a great prayer to start every day. Direct my footsteps according to your word. Let no sin rule over me. I find that some days I need to make a slight change in the words. I will replace my footsteps with my eyes, or my ears, or my mouth, or my thoughts. It'll become not just part of the start of my day, but it is used any time of the day. Possibly it could be a part of your day, maybe even for the start of the rest of your life.